Don't skip this video, because the story you're about to hear will blow your mind. The old highway stretched endlessly between the pine forests of northern Oregon. Hannah Monroe tightened her grip on the steering wheel, headlights cutting through the mist that seemed to roll straight out of the trees. Her phone had lost signal 20 miles back. The gas station attendant's words echoed in her head. Don't drive Black Hollow after dark. The pines. They don't forget? She had laughed then, brushing it off as small-town superstition. But now, alone in the fog with the clock striking past midnight, the silence pressed heavy against her chest. That's when she saw it. A figure standing in the middle of the road. Tall, motionless, its outline blurred by the mist but unmistakably human. Hannah slammed the brakes, heart pounding, tires screeching on the wet pavement. When the car jolted to a stop, the road ahead was empty. She blinked hard, gripping the wheel. The figure was gone. But in the mirror, between the trees, something moved. Hannah's hands trembled on the wheel. The road was empty again, but her heart raced like she was still braking. She leaned forward, peering through the windshield. It was just the fog, she whispered, though her voice betrayed her doubt. Then came the sound. Tap, tap, tap. Slow, deliberate, from the rear window. Her breath froze. She didn't dare turn around, but her eyes shifted to the mirror. Between the condensation streaking down the glass, something pale pressed against it. A handprint. Hannah's chest tightened. The hand dragged slowly down the window, leaving a streak in the fogged glass before disappearing. She fumbled for the ignition, twisting the key. The engine sputtered once, then died. The headlights flickered out, plunging the car into near darkness. From the trees, whispers rose. Faint, at first, like wind in the pines. But soon they grew clearer, voices layered over each other, speaking her name. Hannah. Her pulse thundered in her ears. She wasn't alone on this road. The whispers circled Hannah's car, rising and falling with the wind through the pines. She pressed her back into the seat, fumbling for her phone even though she knew it had no signal. The tap, tap, tap came again, this time on the passenger side window. She snapped her head toward it. Nothing but the mist pressing against the glass. Her chest rose and fell too quickly. It's not real, she muttered. It's just... The interior light flickered, and in the reflection of the windshield, she saw him. A man sitting in the passenger seat. His face pale, lips colorless. His clothes soaked as though he had just pulled himself out of a river. He didn't look at her, his eyes stared straight ahead, fixed on the road that vanished into fog. Hannah froze, every muscle locked. The man's lips parted, a hoarse whisper escaping. Don't stop here. Her blood ran cold. She whipped her head toward him, but the seat was empty. Only the damp imprint of a figure lingered on the fabric, darkening it like fresh water. Her hands shook as she jammed the key again. The engine roared to life this time, headlights bursting back on. The pines seemed to lean closer, shadows stretching across the road. Hannah slammed the gas. She didn't know where the highway led anymore, but she knew she couldn't stop. The tires screeched as Hannah sped down the misty road, headlights slicing through the pine shadows. Her pulse hammered in rhythm with the thrum of the engine. For miles, nothing changed. The same twisted trees. The same mist drifting low like smoke. No signs, no turnoffs, no lights. Just endless forest. Finally, relief washed over her as the outline of a weathered wooden bridge emerged ahead. She pressed harder on the gas, eager to cross it. But when she did, her stomach dropped. On the other side, her headlights lit up. The same gas station she had left hours ago. The crooked sign. The single flickering light. The exact cracked pavement by the pumps. No, she whispered. That's impossible. Her hands tightened on the wheel. She swung the car around, driving back the other way, forcing her foot to the floor. The trees blurred. The fog thickened. Minutes stretched into hours. And when the bridge reappeared, her chest sank. It was the same bridge. The same gas station waiting beyond it. She was trapped. Her hands slipped from the wheel, breath shaking. Then, in the passenger seat again, a whisper, "You can't leave." Until you remember. Her blood froze. Hannah parked the car in front of the gas station, heart pounding. The air outside was still, but the mist clung thick against the windows, like it wanted to crawl inside. She knew she shouldn't, but something pulled her to step out. Her boots crunched against gravel as she approached the flickering light above the pump. The door to the station creaked open. A faint bell jingled, though no one was inside. Her eyes scanned the dusty shelves, the silent counter, the smell of old oil and damp wood. And then she saw it. On the corkboard by the register, under a layer of yellowed flyers and faded missing posters, a photograph was pinned. Her throat closed. It was her, Hannah Monroe, standing with a group of teenagers by the very same bridge she had just crossed. Their faces blurred with age, but hers was clear, younger, smiling. Behind them, the pines looked darker, hungrier. Her hands shook as she pulled the photo free. On the back, written in shaky pen, were 4 words. Only one came back. The bell above the door chimed again, but this time no wind had touched it. Hannah staggered backward, clutching the photo. Her breath came shallow, her eyes locked on the words. Only one came back. The whispers rose again, seeping through the wooden walls of the station. They didn't come from outside this time, they came from within her mind. And suddenly the memory surfaced. The night she swore she'd forgotten. 17 years old, laughing with friends. A stolen lantern swinging in their hands as they dared each other to cross the bridge at midnight. The creek below black as tar, the pines towering like watchmen. Something moved in the mist that night too. A figure, the same figure she'd seen on the road. Her friends screamed. Someone slipped. The lantern fell, flames bursting as it hit the planks. The bridge groaned. The river swallowed them whole. Hannah's voice cracked in the present. No, that's not... But she remembered now. She had run. She hadn't gone back. She never told. And she was the only one who lived. The photo slipped from her hand as the bell above the door rang again. This time, when she turned, they were there. Her friends. Dripping, pale, their eyes empty, standing in the doorway of the gas station. The gas station seemed smaller as the dripping figures crowded the doorway. Hannah's chest heaved, her back pressed against the counter. "Please," she whispered. "I didn't mean to." Their hollow eyes fixed on her. Water pooled on the floor, inching toward her boots. The man from the passenger seat appeared among them. Lantern in hand, its flame guttering weakly. His voice rasped, low and final. "You can't outrun what you left behind." The lantern flame flared, flooding the room with a blinding light. Hannah raised her hands, tears streaking down her face. And then... silence. When her eyes opened, she was standing on the bridge again, alone. The creek below whispered. The pines leaned close. But this time she wasn't 17. She was herself, older, trembling, haunted. The lantern burned at her feet, steady now. Hannah picked it up, her reflection flickering in the glass. The voices were gone. The road stretched ahead, empty, waiting. She knew she could leave now, but she also knew the pines would never forget. And that's the end of Whispers in the Pines. If this story sent a chill down your spine, don't forget to subscribe for more haunting tales, like if you enjoyed it, and share your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think.